So, Snake, what did we miss while I shit-talked your club activities?
Okay, what I missed while you shit-talked my perfectly reasonable and valid club activities.
Okay.
Ellie killed a man, and we just completely bullshitted over a very big character moment.
We did.
I hope you enjoyed that.
At least we didn't spoil it, Snake.
That's true.
You have more of a fucking chance if you let me help.
I am.
Alright, so now she proved herself with that, so hey, have this big-ass rifle.
You reckon you can handle that?
Do you think Ellie will be able to prove herself? Do you think she could possibly be a better shot than me?
Well, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
With BBs.
Well, it's the same basic concept.
In the world of The Last of Us, what's a human life but a rat?
You're gonna want to lean right into that stock, because it is gonna kick a hell of a lot more than any baby rifle.
That's a lie. It doesn't kick that much.
Okay, here you go. As soon as you fire...
I've never actually fired a real gun. And there are clubs for it in England.
Well, Snake, I'm more talking about how, video games have shit. What's the word for it when rifles kick back?
Recoil.
Recoil, because video games have shitty recoil.
Alright.
This game does okay with, like, the feeling of the guns kinesthetically, I find. Also, you brought up the kind of difference between Uncharted and Last of Us, and I haven't played Uncharted in a while, but I remember just feeling, when I played the jump to it, was Nathan Drake is so much more capable, and I like the fact it actually felt like it translated. But granted, in Uncharted the enemies are much more aggressive, so it balances out a fucking bit. So, let's give Ellie a chance to shine. I'm not even gonna try and be a tricky bitch here. How did you play this game as well? Did you like stealth at every opportunity?
How does the shrapnel bomb work? I don't get it.
Well, do you mean, like, gameplay terms, or how the fuck does it actually make any sense?
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense. The thing is, Joel could just walk right up to it and pick it back up. So somehow it knows. Somehow it fucking knows. So, Noodle, I was asking, how did you play this? Did you, like, play as stealthily as possible, or did you just go all out on enemies?
Well, I was pretty stealthy. Like, I realized that I'm not as bad at stealth as I thought I was. Because, like, replaying MGS4 and realizing, hey, wait a minute, it's not... Stealthing isn't that hard.
I mean, this is easier stealth-wise than any Metal Gear Solid game. Even with all the gimmicky stuff you get in Metal Gear Solid to help you, it's just the enemies are so useless. And listen mode is so powerful unless you play on a harder difficulty and don't have it that,
Good job, Ellie.
ain't too tricky. I say as I get caught. There's also something that you'd barely notice, but there is a sound cue whenever you are spotted.
Also, me with... Oh, wait, no, yeah, there is. That's noticeable, but it's still... I like to avoid just shooting because, like, I'm awful at it. Like, just aiming is just the worst.
You'll notice as well, I barely use much shooting in the way I fight enemies. It's mostly centered around the auto-aim, super accurate bricks and grapples. And Molotovs, because just fuck it. Why does Joel even need to aim if he's a master at thrown weapons? Oh boy. I didn't think he'd challenge me that way.
Oh, how it took such a long time for him to, like... even... What should I do?
Will he move? Will he go to dodge? There were a lot of mind games at work. Also, Ellie just fucking shot him from behind while I grappled.
Did you know that it's a war crime to do that?
To shoot someone who's unarmed, or just shoot someone who you have hostage?
To, use someone as a hostage, well, as a shield, sort of.
I did not know that was a war crime.
It happens in a lot of Call of Duty games.
There's a lot of war crimes in those games.
There's a lot of war crimes, especially by... there was a fucking list I read somewhere just presenting all the war crimes that happen in Call of Duty.
I want to see that list, because that sounds like a fun read. I have no idea what this man is doing, but the Molotov enemies are so fun to fuck around with. Because their AI is just purely, well, I'm not going to punch him, I just need to Molotov, unless you get really in close, so they just kind of fuck up at every opportunity.
Also, kicking people in Last of Us, like, when you're running at them, it feels like as soon as you press that goddamn square button, they come a little bit closer, and, like, Joel almost gravitates towards them.
I appreciate that level of auto-aim, because, yeah, the melee you kind of get locked in with people. I'm over it. The only war crime I can remember off the top of my head is, first off, flamethrowers are a bit of a no-no. Not a bit, a big no-no. That's just cruel. And you're allowed to fly, you're allowed to not fly, like, your country's flags on a ship up until the moment you attack, at which point you have to declare.
I wish I could remember more of the war crimes from that list. I only remember this one because you're doing it right now.
I'm committing this war crime a lot. There is no reason to do that, by the way. You can just press the trigger button, shoot them in the head, but by that point, if you press square, you're locked in and no one else will attack you.
Oh yeah, apparently just in general, holding hostages is kind of a war crime, apparently.
Isn't it just because it's getting non-combatants involved?
Yeah, I guess. But we still... I wonder how easily the distinction is made between just a prisoner, you know, you've taken, like, a prisoner of war, than a hostage.
Well, I suppose with a prisoner, you're just putting them somewhere away from the fighting. With a hostage, you're using them as a deterrent. I recorded this while I was sick. We're recording this commentary and I've still got a fucked nose. Good.
I have a cough,
apologize.
but I always have a cough, so...
It's distinctive. It's your catchphrase. Your cough phrase.
What's your catchphrase, Snake?
I don't have one. I'm sad to say. We never got round to giving me one. We need to work out something that's just catchy, witty, and quick, and can work in a variety of situations.
Yeah, Snake never tried.
Yeah.
Joel, be careful.
Okay.
Maybe that should be my catchphrase.
You know, I think Joel's name, instead of Joel, it should be Joe.
What
You know?
about this way?
Joe sounds more like the common man, doesn't it?
Yeah,
In
like-
the 1950s, anyway.
1950s. You know, because Joe right now would be a unique name.
Wouldn't be many Joes about.
Have you seen Fury Road yet?
I've seen it twice.
Why
Stupid chain is stuck.
Immortan Joe?
Hold on.
It's a fucking cool last name, though, isn't it?
There.
I mean, I guess, but like, especially the Joe part. You're like the leader, and your name is Joe.
I think it's more the Immortan part, isn't it? Like, the Joe part is dragging down the Immortan part.
What does Immortan mean? I guess it's immortal, but why Immortan? Like, it's. I guess it's kind of. You know,
It's more like immortal than immoral. Immortal Joe.
Let me open this.
yeah, but why is it Immortan?
I don't know. They're not. I mean, human culture has sort of gone downhill in that series.
Kind of reminds me, you know, how Wikipedia has its own anime personification, and it's called like Wikitan or something.
What?
Yes, like
Why is this a thing?
Wikipedia Tan.
Okay, Wikipedia Tan, right?
Yeah.
What does Wikipedia Tan do?
It's
Is
just
she completely impartial to anime? Presents it in a fair and unbiased manner?
it's a lolicon personification of Wikipedia in anime form. It's what do you expect, Snake?
I don't expect much more than that, frankly.
Apparently, it's pretty official. Wikipedia endorses it.
That's good. There's nothing worse than people just denying their anime personifications of their companies.
What would Commentary Comms Tan look like, Snake?
I imagine it's just you, but chibi.
Get down.
Wow.
Sorry, man. You're the mascot. Well, Swede's more the mascot. But we just don't use him enough.
Look, on the hood of the car, it's a universal donor.
Oh boy.
That's
He's got to hook him up to me.
That's a reference.
That's a reference.
That's a reference.
You know, I was sad. I wanted the Mad Max game to be good.
It's not good.
Apparently it's okay, it's just the same shit for like 80 hours. Like, the problem that Metal Gear Solid 5 side
Look at
ops
Ellie's
have
face.
times 100. Completely partial, like, Joel, should we even care?
Look at her face, like, ooh.
Ooh, murder. We do that.
It's like she's a robot, like, waiting for Joel to notice her, so she could react like an actual human being. That's what it fucking felt like.
Infant sadness, Joel.
Oh man, I am so sorry for NPC death.
That is terrible. Okay, I guess this part does have a gimmick. It has a story gimmick. It has me walking backwards up the stairs.
You know what's annoying?
Hmm?
When you turn the camera around, you can't make Joel walk forward into the camera.
Yeah.
It's impossible. I hate it.
I don't remember what game it was. I remember I was really young, and for some reason I was really trying to get a really stuck-on third-person camera to break, and I was getting really annoyed when it wouldn't. So now whenever I do play a third-person game, I do try and walk into the camera at some point to see if it will work.
How do you miss?
I'm really bad at this, but I'm glad he stood still for me.
Ow.
That was just needlessly cruel.
It was.
Also, I've been playing a lot more conservatively this time around. Like, I'm always holding on to a fucking melee weapon with that fucking shiv thing now. I've got 3 shivs all the time, because I never use them for anything but lockpick doors anyway.
I don't understand, like, why a melee weapon lasts a few hits. Because, like, just a bit ago, there was a crowbar there, and it'll last a certain amount of hits. And I don't know how you're able to, like, destroy a crowbar against the person's face. I mean...
With a few whacks.
Well, it was, like, a decent amount of whacks. I think it was at least 10 or so, but it was still, you know... If I buy a crowbar, I want it to at least survive a few thousand hits to someone's face. Not that I would go around hitting
But that's the test you use, right? To make sure, yeah, this is my brand of crowbar.
Dawn of the Wolf Part 2. I see that the Last of Us writers were a Bella and Jacob team. Supporter.
Yeah, the Twilight references aren't going to age all that great, are they?
Yes, they will. I mean, it's like 4 movies that were pretty popular. 4 books? No, wait, it's 5 movies, because 4 books and they made the last one into 2 movies.
Also, it's at this point in the game, Ellie gets a lot more aggressive. Her AI fucking switches up. Also, they're using Bill's traps. And, spoilers for this part, I'm gonna forget they're using Bill's traps.
How many fucking executives had orgasms when they realized that they could make the last movie just 2 parts?
They loved it, didn't they?
It's like in the writer's room. Not the writers, just producers for Harry Potter. It's like, oh my god, what if we make it 2 parts? Oh my...
Joe, that's fucking genius, bruv.
His name is Joe. That man became Immortan Joe.
He built the foundation of his civilization off the back of those 2 movies. It was just enough. Here's a tip for... And you know what else as well, in the UK... Slightly fucking different example, but fucking 2 separate Game of Thrones books, or well, Ice of Fire books, are fucking split into 2.
Yeah, that happens. In the Estonian versions, that's for like every book.
Really, every book? It only happened with the 2 longest ones in the UK.
Yeah.
I just find that irritating, though.
It is irritating because like in here the book costs like 20 euros and they don't like go down in price. They will always cost 20 euros, so that's like 5 books times 2. That's goddamn it, motherfucker.
That is an expensive lot of books though, because they sell them at full price for 1 book as well, for fucking each of them.
10 times 20.
Here goes Ellie.
200 euros. It's 200 euros.
As if you want to enjoy the Game of Thrones series.
So that's why I just bought the US paperbacks. Because like the translation is awful too. It's awful. It's awful in the weirdest way. There's like commas in the middle of words, not sentence, just in the middle of a word. There's like 5 commas at one place, just in a row, and it's incomprehensible. Really, it shouldn't exist. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace for any language.
Also, Ellie, like I was saying, a lot more aggressive now. You can now just bait her into stabbing enemies.
I love how like just killing one person, she becomes just like super hostile. I guess it's better than what BioShock Infinite did when Elizabeth killed someone.
It's just, she's an entity. She does things. Also, there is a whole side story running through this chapter about them hunting down a crazed woman, and there is an apartment you can find, and I spent 10 minutes, like, going up and down this street that I cut out, and I swear it's on this street, but I missed it.
So we've lost some good commentary content, Snake?
We've lost some good commentary. Well, we wouldn't have mentioned it anyway. I would have just gone into the room, and it would have just been, yeah, there's a room. It's got goods in it.
Why don't you look at the billboard?
Sod the billboards. I am not buying into people's advertising. Joel distinctively never bought into
I
advertising.
fucking hate video game graffiti. No hope.
No hope.
No hope.
I mean, that graffiti is not wrong, if anything. It's a bit too on the nose, though, isn't it?
No hope.
No hope.
I mean, I guess it's right, because, like, who has time to do some fancy Banksy shit during a zombie apocalypse?
Surely you have a lot more time. You don't have to go to the 9-to-5 job. You only got to worry about food and not getting shot. You have that brick fucking curved in midair to hit him. Come on, Ellie. Yep. That's fucking 4 people today, Ellie. I'm proud of you.
Do you think you could kill 4 people in a day, Snape?
No, I couldn't. You know, I have lived on this earth for 22 years, haven't killed a single person. I'm proud of myself. I put the effort in.
I'm pretty sure you've been... I helped someone dying, probably. You know, I mean, it's pretty presumptuous to assume that your actions have not caused the death, Snake.
Well, not directly. Okay, let's just calm that. I mean, I've probably caused a few people enough stress to die.
What if you had the chance to just know indirectly if you caused people's deaths? Would you take it? Would you want to know?
I would not want to know that. I mean, would you?
I don't know, like...
I'd be curious, definitely, but no. God, no. The odds are too high.
Ellie's just a dead corpse. Come on, get over yourself. You killed one of them.
She's showing off right now, just, you can't hit me. Well, I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna get a brick to... Oh, fuck. The worst part is I saw that earlier.
Yeah, I saw that earlier as well. It's kind of embarrassing that it didn't kill you, though. Like, it's kind of a shitty bomb, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they're making the best of what they have, and now I have a brick, so that guy's fucked.
New books, 55% off.
That's a lie.
HSNL, what does that mean?
High school literature. High status literature. Hey, shithead. I can't decide what the third one would be.
We won!
No, not yet! I got him now, though.
No, because there was a graffiti just written, like, right there. It's there.
Oh, well, I still won.
I wonder what they won. The lottery?
What? Oh.
I wouldn't call this street winning the lottery.
It's weird. Was it a graffiti or was it just a part of the billboard?
Ended for this zone.
Isn't billboards just sanctioned graffiti for the man?
Battle's got a losing side.
What if they had families?
Everyone has a family.
Tell me I'm wrong. Dispute it.
Best not to dwell on it.
Oh, this question is stupid though. Like, what if they have family? Nah.
Yes, everyone has a family.
Everyone has a family.
Except mine, because mine are all dead. Joel will never admit that, though. Ooh. Trucks. I don't care for trucks, but let's read this truck note.
I love how everyone almost has just the most perfect handwriting.
It's gorgeous, isn't
It
it?
is gorgeous.
Plenty of time to practice their penmanship.
I mean, like, if, like, fucks up one, like, character and it's like, okay, well, I have to start over.
There's just so many, like, scrap bits of paper in that desk. Like, damn it. Irrational Depot. Wow. Okay.
Oh, never mind. Apparently, Banksy is still at large.
He called them irrational. Take that, army. I'm just gonna stand over here and starve instead. I like the fact as well that my broken shiv transferred over. Oh, this shiv now only has 2 uses as well. It's never gonna work. And just fucking down some tinned peaches for the gun wounds and we're good to go. But yeah, I'm happy with Ellie's turn for the lethal. I think it only helps.
Yeah, you put those bullets in.
Helping myself.